Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 20 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1 2 Reload. Alright, so now that we've got the items that we need, let's go find Celeste, and she is, I think, in the dining hall, as usual. Yes, she is. Alright, let's go here, and we'll go over here, and we're going to talk to Celeste. So remember that during the very first free time event, we were forced to talk with Sayaka, and then we talked with her again. I never actually mentioned it because it was a little bit of a spoiler, but essentially, so she's dead now, but that little star symbol, that indicates that you've done all her free time events. And I say it was a little bit of a spoiler because it could have been like you could have gleaned from that information that she only had 2 free time events, which, you know, you could kind of make the assumption that she was going to die. So that's why I didn't show it. Now we're up to Celeste. Celeste we hung out with once. So if we look here, it says, the only thing that may overwhelm strategy is luck. And since luck is programmed into you from birth, it is fair to say I will never lose. And the item, or the reward that we got, sorry, was to increase our max SP, which was again that skill point power that we have in order to use different skills during the class trials to make it easier for us. So let's talk to her again. And this time we're going to give her a present. Well, if it isn't the D-rank Makoto, is something the matter? Should I hang out with Celeste for a while? Spend some time with Celeste? Well then, shall we have a bit of a conversation? But don't misunderstand, I have no affection for you on a personal level. Okay, I spent some time with Celeste. Get that little sound. Celeste and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Celeste a present? Okay, now here's the thing I have to mention. Last time I talked about how the way that the game determines whether or not it's going to give you, you know, a skill is if like the character is a good or bad person. It's not 100% accurate, but it does kind of give you an idea of like, it's a way, I explained it in such a way that it made it like, it wasn't exactly the right explanation, but I think it still makes sense. If I choose not really know here, I'm not going to get anything from her, and I definitely want something from her. Also, on top of that, what I should have done during the first events with Sayaka and Celeste is I should have gotten them presents as well. I didn't do this. It's not a big deal. It was only 3 that I missed. And to be honest, I don't even know if it's going to affect things later on. I think there's a very good chance that it will, but only marginally. So we're still good. Thanks to my friend Chris. He mentioned this to me because I couldn't remember the post game exactly. This has got to do with the post game. I couldn't remember 100%, but what I have chosen to do is I'm going to take his advice because I believe that the way he's explaining it to me, if he's right, then it will save us a lot of time. If I'm right, it just means that I thought about it in a particular way and I'll waste a huge amount of time. So the best thing for us to do is try and give a present to everyone during every single free time event, regardless of whether or not you were going to get the bonus from it anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. What would you like to give her? All right, so we're going to give her one of the items that we got from the from the machine. Zoles Diamond is one of the things she loves. There are presents that people like and there are presents that people love. This is an item that she loves. Obviously, in order to tell whether a character loves an item or not, you would have to do a monumental amount of testing. That's why the internet exists and why this has already been done for many years in advance by very dedicated people. Thank you to all those people who actually were involved in that, because my God, that would have taken a long time. But yes, she loves one of the items that I have, which is the Zoles Diamond. So let's give it to her. And also, just to let you know, I should have, well, it's in the previous episode, but if you look into the description, she loves number 4, Rose Hip Tea, number 18, Love Status Ring, which is this one, number 19, Zoles Diamond, number 48, the Rose Whip, and number 59, the Antique Doll. All right, let's give her the Zoles Diamond and see what she says.
Well,
So, I can have this? I may have to revise my initial impression of you. The more wonderful things I receive from you, the better impression I get. Seeing Celeste so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy.
let's see.
Say, Makoto, do you like mahjong? I've never actually played.
Most unfortunate.
Is that so? A pity. I was hoping we might play together. Are you good at it?
Yes, indeed.
Good. No, I am not merely good. I once played a game of Russian roulette mahjong and won. Russian roulette? It was a truly fierce contest, put on by a half-insane billionaire in the base. a half-insane billionaire in the basement of his mansion. My opponents were a fierce old man and a silver-haired boy who was said to have the devil's own lock. Is this a movie reference? It could be. We played with a modified rule set. I remember well the glass tiles were used. And you won? I defeated them both at once. I will never forget the angry, twisted looks on their faces. The crowd that had been... the crowd... There we go, first mistake. Right? The crowd that had been invited to watch? Does it work if you don't have the word had there? The crowd that been invited... I don't think so. I think the word had has to be in there. The crowd that had been invited to watch became positively riotous. Nobody could believe I had won. And also, just to mention, I'm kind of making a joke about like the fact that it's a grammatical error or whatever, but let's remember that this game has probably 10,000 plus lines of dialogue. So even if you had someone proofreading it and someone different proofreading that proofread dialogue, and then someone else and someone else and someone else, you're always going to miss something. It's just so impossible to get everything 100% right. So well done to them. It's not like Evoland where it was a spelling mistake every 5 seconds. But anyway, the crowd that had been invited to watch became positively riotous. Nobody could believe I had won. That is one of my fonder memories. I'm really glad I didn't agree to play Mahjong with her. Celeste's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Your maximum number of skill points has increased. Hey, look at you go. Alright, so fantastic. We've got another skill point. Unable to comprehend Celeste's fearsome past, I went back to my room. So you might be wondering, okay, is this going anywhere? Yes, it is. We are going to now have our second opportunity. There's still plenty of time left. I can't just sit around here. I should head out. So we have another opportunity to hang out with Celeste. And you know what? I'm not going to leave. I'm going to jump. So map. She is in... I think she's in the gym. Oh no, she's in the hallway. She is in the hallway. Yeah, I think she's over here if memory serves. Another thing is the warehouse is here and the bathhouse was there. They're both open. I'm not going to go into those rooms yet because the game will force us into them later. There's nothing really that interesting, but I mean, you can go in there if you want, but yeah, I'm not going to. I have grown entirely accustomed to life here. With enough time, any place can eventually come to feel like home. Should I hang out with Celeste for a while? Yeah, right.
As for me,
I truly frighten myself. You truly frighten me too. To captivate even insignificant little creatures like yourself. Wow, you are so rude. I spent some time with Celeste. Celeste and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Celeste a present? Not really, no, but I will. Okay, so let's give her the... And... I skipped it somehow. There it is. Antique doll. Interesting. The gods heard my prayer and my wish has been granted. This is all because of my daily sympathy and compassion, is it not? Yeah, of course. Seeing Celeste so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy. Celestia Ludenberg. Celestia Ludenberg. What are you doing? No matter how many times I hear it, I never tire of hearing my own name. Isn't it so splendidly charming? Oh, yeah, I've been wondering about that. Why that name?
well,
Why? I mean, is it from something? Why'd you pick it? I did not pick it. My name was given to me by my mother and father. Come on, that can't be your real name, can
this
it?
is fine.
It is indeed my real name. Make no mistake about that. I should point out, from my perspective, the reason why this, like, Makoto is so sort of like stupefied by the fact that Celestia Ludenberg is her real name is because obviously this takes place, or it's supposed to take place in Japan, and everyone I think I mentioned this before, but like everyone has sort of Japanese oriented names. So, and hers is kind of it's the one that stands out the most. So he's like, that can't be your real name, you know. So it seems like he's possibly being quite rude, but it just in his world, in his like the bubble that he's lived in, he's never met someone with such an odd name, and that's why he's so incredulous to that. It is indeed my real name, make no mistake about that. Okay, so your parents gave you that name. Yes, Makoto.
Indeed.
Their parents. No one gives themselves their name. That's right. My father is French nobility and my mother is part of a German family of musicians. There's no way that's true. But okay, so you were born in France or Germany? Toshigi. Now we're getting somewhere. I was born in the capital of Tochigi, or Toshigi, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is known for its delicious gyoza. I've heard of what gyoza is, but I don't know. And I know it's one of those where it's like it's either foul smelling or something, and probably it's like you love it or hate it kind of thing. Do you know of which city I speak? Okay, so what was it? The capital of Toshigi. Ah, here we go. So it's the capital of Toshigi and it's famous for its gyoza. Alright, so I didn't know the answer. This is, again, it's kind of that general knowledge question type of thing where it's something that you might come across, it might have come across. It's basically in the same vein of like Makoto's ignorance towards Celestia's name. I've never come across this in my life. In fact, I've definitely never heard of any of these. The correct answer is Utsunomiya, but I've never heard of any of these, so yeah, I guess I'm not cultured enough. It's Utsunomiya, right?
Oh.
That is correct. You have proven you are roughly as intelligent as an elementary school student from Japan. Hopefully. Or a high schooler, maybe.
Actually,
You may be surprised to learn that I absolutely adore gyoza. Yeah, there we go. It's a smelly thing. I love its stench, its base vulgarity. That is kind of weird, especially dressed as you are. So as you can imagine, I'm quite disappointed that I will never taste my hometown's gyoza again. Never say... Let's try that again. Never say never, you know. Once we get out of
is
here,
that okay?
we will never get out of here. How long will you continue with this ridiculousness? You should give up.
Do you understand?
Do you understand? If you don't, it can only lead to murder. Celeste's eerie words stuck with me long after she'd left. The more I talk to her, the more I just don't understand her. Celeste's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. You just unlocked the skill Raise. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it. And this one actually tells you what it does. When you find mono coins, you'll now earn more than you did before. And not only that, that's weird. I thought it would tell me about the second part about that, unless I accidentally skipped it somehow. Give me a second. Once I was all finished, I headed back to my room. The second part of that raise skill is that it increases the amount of mono coins you get by 10% at the end of each class trial. So when you complete a class trial, you get 10% more mono coins, which is really good. So if I had completed the first class trial with raise, which isn't possible, but if I had had raise by like, I don't know, Game Shark cheating or whatever, maybe New Game Plus, there might be a New Game Plus feature, I can't remember. But if I had had it, I would have got 119 plus 10% of that, which is what, 11.9, so like 130 something I would have got. Ding dong, bing bong.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I never noticed this, but why is the dining hall the place that's strictly prohibited? I actually don't remember if they ever explained that. But anyway, another day gone. But even though today's over, this game definitely isn't. How long is this going to keep going? Alright, so now when we wake up, let's see, all the stress and anxiety kept me from falling asleep until late in the night. Whenever I spot a cute girl, I have a tendency to stare. I can't help it, I just gaze with intensity. The other day, I rode my bike to the train station.
I was in the bathroom, just looking at myself in the mirror.
Okay. That story felt like it didn't have an ending. I like stories. I can't remember what the first line for that is. I like
Good
stories.
morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Cool. Well, I guess I better head to the dining hall before anything else. Alright, the only thing you can do right now is head to the dining hall, and we're going to do that. But I'm going to show off the skill Raise. If you now examine the Monokuma's monitor here, you will earn... I'm going to break it out, wait until his stupid face pops up, and punch as hard as I can. 3 coins instead of 1. That is a huge increase. And with another 20 coin locations to access, we can now earn 60 coins. This is why I chose not to check any of the spots yet. It now makes sense to check them because we have the skill Raise. Also, just to note, you cannot increase that skill any further. Raise is the highest we get. That's it. Alright, so we've done 2 spots. I went to the breakfast meeting, same as always. But... is this everyone? It feels a little small. Byakuya and Toko had stormed off yesterday, and it wasn't too surprising they hadn't come today. Even the table looks bigger somehow. I assume that is because 3 people are dead and 2 are abstaining. Yeah, with 5 people missing, I guess it would feel kind of empty. Still, I know Byakuya's whatever, but shouldn't we go check on Toko?
For serious.
I vote no. She's super annoying. How can you be so cold? You are like a piece of rock candy. Coming from you.
You hear me?
What? No, rock candy isn't cold, it's sweet.
Shit.
Anyway, Byakuya's the real problem. If we don't keep an eye on him, he might really kill someone. You can see it in his eyes. I know my voice keeps changing for him. We got no choice. Get some rope. We're gonna have to keep him bound and gagged. I think that's going a little overboard.
Count on it.
He's right. In this situation, there's nothing scarier than when an ally turns loose cannon. It's just like when we were kids and someone would go crazy at sports day or whatever.
What?
The F are you talking about? You gonna use the rope to do tug of war or something? Idiot. I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot. Who are you calling stupid? Huh? What's wrong, Chihiro? You don't look so great.
Oh.
Oh, I'm just going through a little self-loathing. Huh? Self-loathing? Well, after what Byakuya said to me yesterday, I just got so nervous. I locked up. I couldn't say anything. Mondo ended up having to help me out, and even he said I was someone who can't fight back. I hate how weak I am. I see. So Mondo made you depressed.
What?
What? How's it my fault?
Hey, come on.
I wasn't trying to be mean. Besides, girls are just naturally weak anyway, right? Are you crying? It's because you were screaming like a lunatic.
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on. Don't cry. It's my fault, okay? I won't yell at you anymore. Really? Not sure I can believe that.
Huh?
Just shut up.
What?
I got
What?
it. I'll make you a promise as a man.
Huh?
Promise? As a man?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe I mentioned this before, but ever since I was a kid, there was one thing my brother told me over and over again. He said that no matter what, a real man always keeps his promises. That's what he left me. Left you? Oh yeah, my brother's dead. Oh, I see.
That's true.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to make all you guys
Yeah.
cry. Anyway, so you can trust me when I make that promise, so you don't gotta cry anymore. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mondo. Sure.
But
But I still don't like how I am right now. I have to get stronger. If I'm so weak, anything can make me cry. That's not good. Still, don't stress out too much about having to get stronger. No, I want to get stronger. Maybe I should start working out. In that case, I would be happy to help you out any time. Jesus Christ. But then Miss Fujisaki would get smashed into a billion pieces.
Just a second.
Shut up, you.
You know?
Oh, finally cracked a smile,
I
huh?
see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everyone, thank you. Looks like Chihiro's gotten some life back. Yeah, man, if we keep helping each other out like this, we're bound to get out of this crappy place sooner or later. I mean, someday, I'm sure. Still, our biggest concern right now is the other two, who never showed up to breakfast. What can I do to try and understand those two better? Okay, so what should I do today? Alright, we have another spot of free time, and this is going to be a very interesting free time, but we don't have enough time in this episode to actually go for it, so I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to do it tomorrow, or, yeah, the next episode. Let me just see, so I got 6 coins. Alright, so keep in mind, I looked here, and I looked in the trash can. That gives me access to 6 coins, but only 2 locations. There are another 18 locations left, which means there's a total of 54 coins, that we have access to now. And that's what we're going to go for next time. So for now, I want to thank you all for watching episode 19 of Let's Platinum... No, sorry, not 19, 20. I want to thank you all for watching episode 20 of Let's Platinum Danganronpa 1-2 Reload. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.